Hi, welcome. My name's Kelly Maluski. I'm an environmental education specialist here at Metro Parks Toledo, and I want to welcome you to Storytime. Thank you for joining us today. The story I'm going to be reading is called Everything You Need for a Treehouse by Carter Higgins and Emily Hughes. Everything you need for a treehouse starts with time and looking up and imagining a home of timber and rafters in wrangled, gnarled bark. Your tree may need to stand mighty and alone, with balconies of branches so you can fling your arms wide and scout skunks in their burrows and moles in the meadow, even if you need binoculars and 10 tippy toes. Or maybe it's one soldier in an army of trees, and from far away, you'd have to squint to see. Which one is yours? Is that my turret or a tangled crown? A grove of generals, your refuge in the flora. Whether solo or squished, make sure your tree is tall. You'll want to see sun speckled up close. Start with blueprints to sketch, a hammer to hit, some nails and a saw. Don't forget a hard hat for your head. Then brace one and bolt twice. Raise a slat on some stilts, run a ladder up high. With the scraps you can build a box for the begonias and a picket for the zinnias. Here, tiny slugs, this feast is for you. You can even have this marigold, 'cause seeds are very easy to sow. Of course, you'll need a swing, or maybe a rope, some twisted twine, and spun sugar and sap, a way to climb and sprawl out on a limb and slide back down again. You should build yourself a bookshelf, because you might want to sail sun-kissed seas or dig a hole through the dirt and roots and rocks to the other side. When you get hungry in your hideaway, you'll be glad for the stack of snacks you stashed in your backpack. Red licorice and drippy peaches are my favorites, but if you like pistachios, those are okay too. The pirates like those. So we can split the shells from our perch. Make sure your sleeping bag doesn't have holes, your socks either, the fuzziest kind. It gets chilly so high. And you won't want to shiver under the pin-pricked canopy. But the stars will fall past your reach, and you'll need a flashlight so you can make your own sky with spotlights and shadows. And you'll think it was such a good idea, this pile of pillows. Should the shadows ever growl, it would be nice if your sleeping bag had room. You can scoot that way and I'll scoot this way. And did you hear the bullfrog chorus? The best kinds of friends share squeezed hands, and they come with some grunts and a smile. You can spill secrets and whispers in a treehouse, because the wind keeps them snug with a rustle, which is a hush you can feel in your bones. And that's how you know it's safe. But if your whisper is broken, you can warble and yell. The thrashers will scatter and the barn owls echo, and the crickets will welcome the company. The begonias, the whispers, the sap, and the speckles. Everything you need for a treehouse starts with time and looking up. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed our story, and we'll see you again real soon. Did you know that we're building tree houses out at Oak Openings Metro Park? They're really neat. I hope you can see them soon. We've got a large one that'll be for parties or weddings or meetings or anything. It's kind of a common space treehouse. We're going to have two 2-man treehouses, a 4-man treehouse, a 6-man treehouse. We've got 2 tent platforms where you can still sleep up in the trees, but in your tents. And we also have a platform that is for hammocking, if you like to hammock. So hopefully pretty soon we'll be able to enjoy those tree houses, and we can do some story times there in the future as well.